Not my monkey, not my circus. I cannot control the buffoonery that is happening out there. I'm only the observer of it. I have no authority to tell them how they should or should not behave. They have autonomy over themselves. Not my monkey, not my circus. If you didn't create it, you need to let it play out. This is how you remain detached and unbothered. If this is how they want to act, God bless them. Where's my popcorn? Because the show is amusing. You know why some of you guys feel so heavy? It's because you think you have the power to control other people. You do not. We don't want to hear you complain any longer. Because when you complain, you are saying that you are not in control of your life. You are not an intentional creator of your reality. And everyone has the power to intentionally create the life that they want. Stop complaining. We don't care anymore. We don't want to hear it. Awakened women cannot afford to lose sight of the mission. You cannot let outside circumstances determine your inner state of being. It is siphoning your life force energy. You no longer have energy to create your dream life. Stop complaining about your circumstances. Ask yourself, am I doing this to myself? Hi guys, it's Nija. Welcome back to my channel. I help awakened women create their dream life through manifestation techniques. Today, we are going to be chatting about the art of detachment. How to be untriggered, unbothered, and unfazed. So you guys know we've been on this self-obsessed journey. How to cultivate more love for ourselves. How to have a deeper, richer, more magnetic, and delicious relationship with ourselves. But I noticed that a lot of people get taken out of character by the things that are happening in their 3D reality. Go ahead and thumbs up the video because I know it's going to be full of lots of value. Let's get started. The first thing you guys must understand. Awakened women have emotional regulation. What is this? This means that you're so tapped in and tuned in to your inner state of being that people cannot take you out of character. It doesn't matter what you see, what you witness, you have to be emotionally regulated. Meaning that I know that as feminine women, the feminine energy is chaotic by nature. We see this in nature. Look at hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis. Yes, the feminine nature is chaotic, wild, powerful. That is what's inside of us. However, we must channel that chaos. We must channel that divine rage. We have to channel it because if not, we become the tornado, we become the hurricane, we become the tsunami, meaning that we cannot get things done in our lives because every single time something happens in our reality, we get triggered, we get taken out of character, and we lose focus on the mission. Awakened women cannot afford to lose sight of the mission, lose sight of what they're creating in their life. You cannot afford to lose your energy to these outside forces and circumstances. And so the very first thing you need to understand is emotional regulation. You cannot let outside circumstances determine your inner state of being. That's it. Period, point blank. If you click off the video now, at least you know that. You can no longer allow these outside circumstances to control your inner state of being. Why is that? Because you are creating with your energy. You're creating with your energy, you're creating with your vibration. Therefore, you cannot allow your outside circumstances to control you. What do I mean by this? So I know a lot of you guys have gone through a spiritual awakening. You know about these concepts like the law of attraction, the law of assumption. In the law of attraction, we understand that our thoughts and our feelings, our energy, is what is attracting things into our reality. This is how we are intentional creators. We have a projection or a vision in our mind of what we desire, and then we project that out into our reality. When you are not emotionally regulated and you allow yourself to be bothered, to be triggered by outside circumstances, it is taking that energy, that creation power that is intended for you to create your dream life, and it uses that energy to start creating things that you don't want. When you allow yourself to be triggered, when you allow yourself to be emotionally invested in bullshit, you siphon your energy from the creation of your dream life, and it starts to spiral out into chaotic things. So instead of your energy being used to create your dream life, to manifest your goals and your dreams, now your energy is being siphoned out to, you know, pay attention to someone else's drama. Pay attention to what he said, she said about you. Pay attention to the drama going on at work. It is siphoning your life force energy. You no longer have energy to create your dream life. You need your precious life force energy to create your dream life. Therefore, you cannot afford to allow outside circumstances to determine how you feel on the inside. Because this is how you're creating your dream life. And I had this affirmation that came into my head, and I want you guys to repeat it anytime that you need it. So you can say this affirmation: I control my inner state of being. I control my inner state of being. This is how you detach from the outside circumstances. This is how you remain unbothered. Another tip for you guys: tell yourself, I am simply viewing the show. You're in the 3D reality. This is your show. This is your movie. Start telling yourself, I am simply viewing the show. You are simply an observer of what's going on. Let's talk quantum for a second. You guys do know that you are not the body, right? You are the operator who is operating the body. You're not your physical vessel. You have the gift of consciousness. When this vessel is old, decrepit, put into the earth, this consciousness shoots off and goes to its next mission. So understand then that you are simply sitting in the seat of your mind. Your true inner being, your spirit, your soul, is sitting inside the mind, simply observing and viewing outside of your eyeballs. You're simply viewing it. You are the viewer of the movie that is your life. So no matter what happens to this vessel, nothing can really harm who you truly are, which is inside your mind. You are sitting in the seat watching the screen of your life. And so when things are happening that try and trigger you or bother you or take you out of character, tell yourself, I'm simply viewing the show. And when it gets like really like weird, like what the furf is happening in this movie, you tell yourself, not my monkey, not my circus. What does that mean? I cannot control the buffoonery that is happening out there. I'm only the observer of it. When things are happening at work, when your boss is like acting chaotic and ridiculous, when your best friend is acting chaotic or ridiculous, when your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband is acting chaotic and ridiculous, you are only viewing the show. And your response is, not my monkey, not my circus. What does that mean? Not my monkey. I cannot control the way that person is acting. They're not my monkey. I don't own them. I have no authority to tell them how they should or should not behave. They have autonomy over themselves. Not my monkey. So that should instantly relieve you of any type of, I need them to act this way, I need them to act that way. You cannot control people. The reason why so many of us get triggered, get taken out of character, is because we think that we have the right to control people. You cannot control that man. You cannot control that woman. Not my monkey, not my circus. Okay? What is not my circus? Whatever is happening, the bullshit, the buffoonery, not my circus. If you didn't create it, you need to let it play out. This is how you remain detached and unbothered. You are simply viewing the show as if you know, showed up to the circus to watch the animals perform like animals. Not my circus, not my monkey. If people want to act out of character, if people want to show their ass, you're like, oh my God, look at the way that character is acting. This is very entertaining. Where's my popcorn? Because this show is juicy. But it's not my circus. These are not my monkeys. I have no control over them. If this is how they want to act, God bless them. Where's my popcorn? Because the show is amusing. This is how you remain unfazed. Not your monkey, not your circus. Stop trying to control people. You know what you have control over? Yourself. That is how you regain emotional regulation. Understanding that the only thing that you have the ability to control is yourself. And when you remember that, when you realize that, it's like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. You know why some of you guys feel so heavy? It's because you think you have the power to control other people. You do not. And you are breaking your necks and breaking your backs trying to control other people. Please give them back their autonomy. Please let them be a monkey if they want to be a monkey. Please let them be an alligator if they want to be an alligator. Please let them be a giraffe if they want to be a giraffe. Like, let them enjoy their experience. Because it's not your monkey and it's not your circus. You know what is your circus? What you're doing, what you're creating. That's it. This is your response when people, places, and things try to trigger you and take you out of character. Remember that. The next thing I want to say, you can start asking yourself this question. Am I doing this to myself? Okay? The next time you get triggered, the next time you want to come out of character, the next time something bothers you, ask yourself this question. Am I doing this to myself? Please be so emotionally mature. This is what emotional maturity looks like. Taking back responsibility for yourself, for your life, for your actions. Stop giving other people say over your life, say over how you feel. Stop giving your power away. So ask yourself this question, am I doing this to myself? I'll give you an example of what I mean. So if you're at a job you hate and every day you clock in and you're miserable, you're depleted, you're sad, you're depressed, people are talking to you crazy, ask yourself, am I doing this to myself? Now, don't get me wrong, I understand sometimes we have to do things we have to do to get to the next phase in life. My question for you is, are you thinking about the next phase in life? If you know you're miserable at that job and you don't want to be there anymore, what are you doing to change that? Okay, you can't put in your resignation letter today. Can you put it in a month? What are you doing so that in a month you can free yourself? What are you doing so that in 3 months you can free yourself? Stop complaining about your circumstances. Ask yourself, am I doing this to myself? Seriously. I'll give you another example. If you're in a toxic partnership, in a toxic relationship, I want you to ask yourself, am I doing this to myself? Guess what? Your friends and your family are tired of you calling them, bitching and complaining about your relationship. Because they can see that you're choosing subhuman people to be in partnerships with. We're tired of the phone calls. Do not call me complaining about your boyfriend. Do not call me complaining about your husband. Don't do it. Ask yourself this question. Am I doing this to myself? Now, this doesn't mean sometimes you won't get into like little tiffs and you have to work it out. But if you constantly find yourself in partnerships where you're dating a narcissist, you're dating an abuser, you're dating whoever who is not at the standard of what you deserve, are you doing it to yourself? This is another form of self-abuse. If you constantly are financially struggling, if you constantly are getting triggered when a bill shows up and you can't afford it, if you're constantly being bothered when you don't have the money to pay your rent or to put food in your refrigerator, ask yourself, am I doing this to myself? Stop complaining and start changing your circumstances. No shade, no tea, because I do it too. But I had to remind myself, I have no reason to complain. Because when I complain, I am acknowledging that I am not my own savior. I am not the person who can fix these circumstances, and I am. So I need you guys to ask yourself and be so for real when you ask yourself, am I doing this to myself? When you keep finding yourself in toxic friendships and you're like, oh my God, she said this to me. This is not what a real friend does. This is not how you're supposed to treat somebody. This is not how... Are you choosing to be in that? Are you doing it to yourself? Okay, zip your mouth and stop complaining about it. We don't want to hear you complain any longer. Because when you complain, you are saying that you are not in control of your life. You are not an intentional creator of your reality. And everyone has the power to intentionally create the life that they want. Stop complaining. We don't care anymore. We don't want to hear it. We don't. We don't. We're tired. We're tired. Please. Retire your excuses. Retire your complaining. We don't want to hear it. Okay? Unless you were in a safe space talking to your coach about it, and your coach has the ability to offer you some insight or wisdom, stop complaining. We're sick of it. The next thing that I want to tell you guys about the art of detachment, how to be untriggered, unbothered, and unfazed. You must remember that happiness is a choice. I know somebody just rolled their eyes when I said it. I know. I know. I hate to hear it too. But happiness is a choice. You are deciding if you're going to choose to be happy today or not. You are deciding if you're going to let somebody take you out of character or not. You are deciding if you're going to put yourself in bad situations or not. Happiness is a choice. I want you guys to wake up every day and say this: I choose to be happy. I choose to be at peace. You get to decide if you're going to be triggered or if you're going to be at peace. This is the art of a detachment. This is how you detach. You detach by realizing, by acknowledging that happiness is a choice and you may choose it if you want. Peace is a choice and you may choose it if you want. So nobody can take you out of character without your permission. You must remember that. This is how you remain detached. This is how you remain untriggered, unbothered, and unfazed. My last thing that I want to say, you need to begin cultivating a better relationship with yourself. So yes, you are allowed to get upset at things, but have enough awareness to ask yourself these questions. 1, why do I care? When you find yourself getting triggered, when you find yourself getting upset at the show that you are viewing, ask yourself, why do I care? And it's not like oh my gosh, why do I care? But genuinely answer this question. If your boyfriend just pissed you off and triggered you, ask yourself this question: why do I care? And the things that start to come up might be, well, I care because he's supposed to do this. Are you trying to control? Release control. Okay? If you ask yourself, why do I care? And you're triggered because you don't have the money that you need. And you ask yourself, why do I care? Oh, I care because it doesn't feel good to not meet my needs. Oh, okay. Makes sense. The next time you're at work and somebody triggers you, ask yourself, why do I care? Oh, because in my head, I feel like these people own me. Or in my head, I feel like these people are determining my success. In my head, I feel like these people are determining whether I'm going to get paid or not. That's why I care. Oh. And when you answer that question, you will notice if you are giving your power away or not. The next question you can ask yourself for more emotional maturity: why am I mad? When you catch yourself getting upset, what I'm telling you, I'm not saying you're never allowed to be upset again, you're never allowed to be mad again. No, you're human. You will get triggered, you will get bothered, you will be upset, okay? Viewing the circus is very yeah, we have emotions. You can't just dump your emotions in a drawer and never revisit them. You are human. You will have emotions. However, understanding why you feel the way that you feel, this is emotional maturity. So ask yourself the next time you get triggered, why am I mad? And not in a self-gaslighting kind of way, when you get in an argument and people are like, why are you mad? What you mad for? Why are you mad? No, don't gaslight yourself. This is a genuine question. Why am I mad? Why am I mad? I'm mad because he lied to me. Oh, okay. A boundary has been broken. I'm mad because whatever. Oh, okay. A line has been crossed. So this is how you become emotionally regulated, emotionally mature. Understanding why you feel the way that you feel. This is not you trying to control the circumstance. This is just you trying to understand, why do I feel this way? Why did this get me out of character? Why did this make me want to cry? Why did this make me agitated, irritated, annoyed, whatever? Emotional maturity. Another question you can ask yourself is, why am I triggered? Why am I triggered? I'm triggered because he said he was going to show up at this time and he was late. Oh, a boundary has been broken. I'm triggered because she never listens to me when I speak and I feel like I'm not being heard. Oh, okay, a line has been crossed. This is emotional maturity. Have these conversations with yourself. You stop popping off on people when you understand why you feel the way you feel. And understand this. Just because you're having these conversations within yourself, you might not get the satisfaction of getting to tell people, this is why I'm upset. This is why you upset me. And you know what's really crazy? People who demand apologies from other people. You cannot force somebody to apologize to you. You cannot force somebody to treat you right. You know what you can do? You can leave. You can leave their life. You can remove yourself from the situation. Stop demanding that people treat you the way you know you deserve to be treated and start becoming scarce. When somebody does not treat you the way you desire to be treated, you remove yourself from their life. It's not a conversation. It's not an argument. It's not a, you need to say sorry. You need to treat me this way. Why are you begging somebody to treat you the way you know you deserve to be treated? Remove yourself. That's how you show yourself self-love. That's how you show yourself self-respect. You remove yourself. You've got legs for a reason. The block ministry needs to be strong. What does that mean? You need to be okay with blocking people. You need to be okay with ignoring people. You need to be okay with taking people out of your life when they are not serving you. This is what emotional maturity looks like. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about the art of detachment, how to be untriggered, unbothered, and unfazed. Ask yourself these questions. Do you have goals to focus on? Do you have a dream life to create? Do you have a big mission that needs to be fulfilled? If the answer is yes, you cannot afford to leak your precious life force energy in things that are going to have you out of character, okay? These things, remembering your goals, remembering you have a dream life to create, remembering that you have a big purpose, a big mission to fulfill, will put you back into character very quickly. Okay, guys? That is it. That is all. That is what I want to say about the art of detachment. I hope that you guys use these tools, these tactics to remain in character and continue to create your dream life. I'm Nija Sym. I help awakened women create their dream life through manifestation techniques. If you guys want to work with me, we have a private community called Dream Life Academy. The link is down below. We are doing master classes. We're creating our dream life. It's amazing. Be a part of it. I love you guys. Bye.